Hey kids, good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, whatever the case may be. Good to see y'all again here. Thanks for showing up. Hey, hit that like. You ain't got to deal with it. You want to share too afterwards. It'd be really cool of you. And if you're not already, be a subscriber, please. Hey, back in my early younger days, I was into martial arts. I already told you I was pretty good with those. Yeah, I was probably a little better with my hands and my feet. Well, there came a point where I stopped using my feet on purpose. I'll tell you about it. It was my first date with my son's mom. She had a second story apartment. We ended up going up there for a little while. And up there, I think we might have been smoking a bit of pot, a few cigarettes. We didn't drink much back then, so. Well, this guy that had hit on her a couple of times before me, he shows up drunk, really drunk. He comes all the way up the second story out the back side of the house and the steps. I really want to talk to you. And I'm like, dude, I'm right here. I'm seeing her now. And he wasn't getting it, but wasn't being too belligerent about it. Okay, man. And he'd go down the steps, find a reason to come all the way back up them steps again. He did this several times until I warned him. I said, don't come up again. Some bitch, he came up again. I got him to go back down again. Started coming up again. I said, dude, don't. And he still came up. On his way down, I said, dude, you're not going to get all the way to the top next time. Stop. Oh, okay, man. Okay, I get it. Goes down, bottom. Don't see him for a minute. I go back inside. Think, okay, we're good. I start hearing him out the back door again. Son of a bitch. I go out there. I got about 2 steps down, and I swept his head. Left foot, his left side of his face, all in one motion. He went over the side rail of the steps, and he went down about a story and a half and crumpled up on the ground. About the time he was airborne, I hear my son's mom say to me, he just got out of the hospital for a brain concussion. Oh, wow. I ran down the steps and thought, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, don't be dead, don't be dead, don't be dead. He was still breathing, but he was out. Oh, fuck me. So I went, back then we had pay phones, phone booths. There was one on the corner right there. So I went over there. I looked up the emergency number. Back then it wasn't 911, something else. It's like 1212, some shit. Anyway, I called them and they wanted to know who I was, and I said, "You're going to have to locate this phone." And I left it. I left it off the hook, left it dangling, and got my new girlfriend, and we left. Wow. Well, of course, they came and got him. Ambulance did. least never looked for anybody. He stayed in the hospital about another 2 weeks. And when he got out, he didn't remember what had happened. And I just soon left it that way. That's why I didn't say his name. Anyway, he survived. He was okay after that. It didn't do any damage, more damage than he'd already had. Thank goodness. Like I said, it was at that point I stopped using my feet. I was no Bruce Lee, but I wasn't going to make a mistake like that ever again. Thanks for listening. Hey, come back and see the next one. Plenty of uploads. They're coming. Thanks, everybody. Peace out.